Hello, everyone. Yes, this is Sandi Ballard, your host of the Monday Motivation Podcast, No More Excuses. And if you are unfamiliar with me or it's your first time, make sure you follow me on Twitter, SLBallard13. That's SLBALLAR13. Instagram, I keep forgetting, Taskmaster Sandi with an I. Website growingforward.biz, B-I-Z. Obviously LinkedIn, connect with me there please. And Facebook is my Growing Forward Success Coaching Facebook page. Lots of ways to connect and follow me, and you can continue to get questions and challenges and articles all week based on the theme of the podcast. So there you have it. And wow, there's that saying, be careful what you wish for. Yeah. And if you have a plan, it can help you. It can definitely help you keep your focus during the madness. Last week was about planning to succeed. What's your business plan, strategy plan? How are you planning to succeed versus like a few times ago, it's all about with the weather and all the madness we've had lately, how you ensure and you plan for emergencies. But I want to talk about planning to succeed and how it can help you keep your focus, especially during the madness, the controlled chaos, right? I've talked about my fast-growing client who had no plan and texted me, a week or so ago and said, I'm losing focus and direction. There's way too much going on to try and keep track of. And I need to get my ass more organized, is what he said. So we did schedule a meeting to get his ass more organized, to see what's going on, where all the different parts are, because he's been so busy. What hasn't he done? Worked on his plan and met with me. So had he had a plan, even though during the crazy busy times as new things are coming his way, excuse me, it would be more manageable. This month has been very full for myself, for my company. And last week I had just a crazy week full of just a lot of client meetings and things. I spoke at a networking event on Tuesday. I had back-to-back meetings and networking opportunities on Wednesday and Thursday, and Friday I held my quarterly women's luncheon called Taboo. I was exhausted by the end of the week, but everything went according to plan. I knew what was coming. I staged my days as, what I needed to take where, and as new things popped up, I was able to fit them in or quickly tell that person when I could get back with them. And as much as I preach about the plans, and mine is not always perfect or foolproof, and no one's is, because remember, shit does go sideways. It's a tool. The plan is a tool to help you keep focused. It definitely, last week especially, helped me keep my focus and stay organized. And there were times last week especially that my desk and floor around my desk was a hot mess. Oh, and I had some stuff on the conference table. As I was prepping things, I was jumping, maybe an email or a call came in or something, or a thought, so I had the different things going on throughout the week spread out so I could easily access them. But I looked around, I was like, okay, this is a hot mess. We got to start pulling it together. And that's how you need to anyway, because I needed to start staging things to get them ready for the event and for the networking event and all that. So I actually started pulling the pieces together and cleaning up the hot mess. I could feel myself getting more calm, just feeling more organized. And I knew each day what I needed to take because it was already prepped. I'd followed my plan. It was in my bag. And because of that, I was ready. I didn't have to stress out in the morning and make sure I had everything. So how do you prep for the week? Do you prep? Do you lose stuff? Do you forget stuff? How do you keep track of your to-dos, your goals? Do you use paper? I love my paper notepads, the lined ones. Do you have an app? Some people have apps. Do you just put everything on your calendar, or is it just in your head because it's just you, right? Or, whoever calls first or yells loudest is how you handle it. Remember, I mentioned a woman who said her days were constantly felt like a fire hose. And my client, by texting and admitting those things are out of control, that's the first step. But until you do that, until you step off that crazy train and admit or realize that everything is out of control, how do you gain or regain control? I mean, even I had to, like I said, I had to stop and stage things. I pulled things together, I stacked them up, or, had all my file folders, and I would make a note and say, okay, this is where I am, this is what is left, or I needed to look something up and get it ready. That way I knew each day what was left to do. And it really helped me then focus, refocus, and go, okay, these couple things need to get done. But I lined each day up. I have an area in my office where I'm very lucky to do that. It's like a countertop. I just lined each day up. Some things had goodie bags. Some things had other, like my books I would take with them, and everything was in its stack. And that day when I got home from the one thing, take everything out, put it away, put stuff in for the next day. But that really helped me get a handle on things. And the plan you work on can help you, or should help you, stay organized and keep your focus. Because that's the thing, if you're not organized, how are you staying focused? Because you're just scattered. I know if I don't stick with my to-do list, or I don't have a proper one, at the end of the day, I'm like, what the hell did I do all day? I felt busy, but what did I do? So I just worked with a client last week. She was just settling back into her home office from being gone over the summer. And we talked through her plan, what to do with things, like how to file things, how to get organized. I mean, she was even dusting her desk but we were going through almost piece by piece of her stacks, where to put it, how to think about it, what to do with it, and prioritize her goals, or prioritize her tasks that are associated with the goals. I could sense her getting calmer, and she seemed to be getting, calmer and happier and more focused. And she had a plan for the rest of the week. And she even texted me the next day showing me some more of her accomplishments. That was pretty cool. So she had also built in time for unexpected client calls and interruptions, which is key. So this plan, she didn't pack it, sun up to sundown. She allowed some wiggle room in there. And having that plan helped her get organized, feel calmer, and stay focused so she could create the progress toward her goals. The fourth quarter is her super crazy time. So I'll ask you again, how do you prep for the week? Do you? And what can you do to make sure you're going to stay focused and organized? This week I challenge you to create that plan for your week. Break it down day by day. Plan ahead for meetings. Maybe you just have a project due at the end of the week. How is that going to look? How are you going to block out time to work on it? And you have to plan for, meetings, events, networking, marketing, admin time, and interruptions. Perhaps your role, your job, your business, you get a lot of phone calls, you get a lot of questions. Perhaps you're a store or some sort of, you get a lot of walk-ins that you can't always predict. So when making your to-do list and creating your plan, also see what's not getting done, because that's your found time list. If things are, you keep going, God, I wish I had time to do blank. That's a found time list. And say a client cancels, or a meeting gets canceled, or the weather changes or something, and you don't have as many calls or walk-ins as expected, then guess what? You pick up that list and you can start going down, because you should know approximately how much time it'll take to do it. So post here, email me sballard@growingforward.biz. Tell me what you're going to do for the week, how you're going to create a plan. Email me the whole plan if you want to. And if you can't pull it together, then we need to talk. All right? Good luck and have a great week. And don't forget to connect with me so I can check in on you and you can, I guess, post or email me your progress. All right? Have a good one. Cheers.